Okay, so you remember last week how we were talking about voice to text and how it doesn't quite go to plan?
Yes, I do remember this. Yes.
I don't know if it was the next day or the day after we recorded that episode. Had the AirPods in walking back from the station.
Yes.
Got a text from yourself.
Ooh.
Now, there's a couple of ways of spelling your name, isn't there?
Yes.
You can spell it with the H or without the H.
Yeah, I think most normal people spell it with a H.
Mm.
So I happen to be one of the minorities that.
I didn't say minority. Just to get that on record, I didn't say that.
Yeah, ASWIN is my name. Mm.
And so the voice to text, when the notification came through from yourself, Siri read your name out as Aswin. Aswin.
It's only one S.
I know.
It should be Aswin.
It should be.
It should be.
It should be.
But Siri loves taking the piss, though.
It does, yeah. And I wanted to get that out of the way earlier. That's right. I just needed you to know from like the start of this app.
No. So whenever I send a text now, it will be forever Aswin.
Yeah.
So just a complete hypothetical for you, mate.
Sure.
You're on a flight from Sydney to Melbourne.
Okay.
And you're sitting in your allocated seat, right on the edge of a row. You've got a 3x3. You're on the edge. You're in the middle. And look, the doors, there is also someone sitting in their allocated seat right next to you. So you're on 3x3. You're here and there's a person there, right? This seat here, the window seat, is free. The doors close, so no one else is coming onto the plane. Does this person that's sitting in the middle, no one else is going to sit in the window seat, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's up for grabs.
It's up for grabs.
Yeah.
Absolutely up for grabs. Is it disrespectful to either, ask the person sitting in the middle to go to the window seat, or to, I'm not saying you don't want to get this person away from you, but
you kind of do.
You kind of do.
Yeah.
Like everyone appreciates space. Like you're not being a dick, but you kind of are at the same time. But it's like, what if they're thinking this person sat next to me, if I go to the window, I'm going to look like a dick. So
true, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
You're both thinking the same thing. So isn't it? If you're in this hypothetical situation, do you offer to go to the window seat?
So, what I will do in this, my response to this hypothetical situation will be a question. I will answer your question with a question.
Ah, beautiful.
How was your visit to Sydney, mate?
Oh, it was good. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Just a nice visit up to see the folks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any awkward situations on the flight back?
Yeah, on the way back. Yeah. Happened to be.
What happened?
I happened to be. So you got 3, and I happened to be in the middle, right? And you got the person sitting next to me.
I was wondering if you could go the whole way through then.
But it was just like.
I would just moved. If it was me in the middle.
Yeah.
As in the middle of the 3.
Yeah.
I would have moved to a window seat.
Yeah. No disrespect.
No. But as you said, everyone likes a bit of space, and there's no better time for a bit of space than on a flight.
What if, to spice things up, say if you were in the middle, and the person that you were sitting next to happened to be of Afghani or Bangladeshi heritage, but you couldn't tell the difference. Would you still move, or would you feel like
Why have you come at me like that? Why have you come at me like that? What the shit? I've lost for words on that. I have no response to that. It happened one time. I've apologised to Muhammad Nabi profusely.
You have.
Since then.
Once again, always good.
Once again. That's a good shout by you, though. That's a really good shout. So Sydney was good?
Sydney was good, mate. It was good. I do, as you know, Go up there quite a bit, pretty much like once a month, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting free reign of the house quite a bit these days.
Yeah. And I come back with plenty of food from Amma, frozen for straight into the freezer.
What's my fave?
Got the roti.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
It's good.
Bloody good.
It's good.
Goes down well.
Down
very well.
How was your weekend, mate? How'd you survive without me?
Oh, mate, when I wasn't staring out the window waiting for you to come back, I was looking at the clock waiting for the hours to tick by. Yeah. It was a struggle, man. It was a real struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right. It was very quiet, actually. I'm trying to think about what I did.
That's a good one. It's a good one. You need that.
Actually,
you need those quiet weekends.
Doesn't feel like it was a quiet weekend because I do feel low-key exhausted.
Okay.
Don't know why. Anyway, should we get into Run It Back?
Let's do it.
Okay, so running it back, I suppose we should say welcome at some point this week. Welcome to episode number 42.
Oh, we didn't say that.
It's all right. I kind of enjoyed it.
This is what happens when I start things.
No, it's much more chaotic. I'm all about it. I'm very much all about it. So round 9?
Yes.
Round 9? Yep, Melbourne have won 9 games, so it must be round 9. So quickly start running back with the headlines as we have been doing. Did we start it last week?
I think we did.
As we have started as of last week.
Yep.
So first headline for you. Hawks have more wings than legs. Sorry. That's not my best work. So the Hawks were down by 35 early in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth, yeah.
And they're chipping away, got it back to 10. And then, the Tigs kicked 2 clutch goals. Fortunately, the Hawks ran out of legs and, couldn't get over the line.
All the momentum, and then,
So not quite enough legs, hence that.
Hence that. Yeah.
Not my best work, I'll admit that.
No, that's all right. My headline, Paddy Power.
Paddy Power.
Power.
Yeah.
The Saints kicked 7 goals to 2 in the third quarter, and they hit the front against the Cats. You did share that meme I saw on the account.
So I was at the game.
Oh, yeah.
And I made that at 3/4 time. Like, I'm so frustrated. I've got to vent this in meme form. Saints.
But Paddy Ryder, of course, 2 clutch goals to Paddy in the fourth. Saw them hang on.
Yeah. And we've said it on the show before, Geelong keep not playing 4 quarters of footy and they didn't rock up for the third quarter and that proved to be the difference.
Cost you.
So we love the Saints still. Don't worry about it. We love the Saints.
Absolutely love the Saints.
Is it me now?
It is you.
Okay. Farewell, a giant disappointment. So the Blues overran GWS in what was Leon Cameron's last game coaching them. Sam Walsh at his best, kicked 2 goals, had 31 touches. So, wasn't to be for Leon Cameron in his exit or farewell match.
His farewell game. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Suns shine in pouring rain.
Beautiful.
Poetic, right?
Yeah. Jeez, you're the creative one, aren't you?
I'm gonna put that in an album, I reckon. That's
reckon?
Suns shining.
No, save that for the next authorized project.
Yeah.
Which is coming.
It's coming. Freo had a shock defeat. I mean, they've been pretty much unstoppable as of late. So, Gold Coast, props to him. Maybe our Chol kicked 4 goals and our boy, Took Miller.
Yep, friend of the show.
Yeah. Was great as always. So
yeah, I think that's a tip that everyone would have got wrong. I think this week.
I got it.
Well, you tipped Gold Coast.
I did.
Wow.
Yeah. I also tipped North Melbourne. So yeah. So
wow. Well, fair play to you for getting that. How are you going in the tipping? Yeah.
High risk, high reward. High risk, low reward.
Yep, that's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And I guess the headline for this week, Aussie cricket in mourning again.
Yeah.
I think we were we were all a bit shocked, weren't we? Andrew Symonds unfortunately lost his life. Not too long ago. 2022 strikes again, doesn't it, mate?
It absolutely does. Started with obviously Warne, Rod Marsh. It's insane. Like it still hasn't fully sunk in, if that makes sense. I remember reading it for the first time in the group chat when it popped up. I think it was either you or Rich, and it was like Shane Warne ? Or something like that.
The first with Warne.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Obviously, yeah.
And as soon as I saw, and then obviously it was like the exact same. Like it was like deja vu in the exact same group chat. Andrew Symonds ? Exclamation mark. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, no, don't tell me. Like Google, fucking hell.
Just doesn't feel real.
It doesn't.
It does not feel real.
It honestly doesn't. It's crazy. What a man he was, though. What a legend, I guess. Legends are far and few between in Australian cricket, but he was incredible, mate. Like, we can go through the accolades, and I think everyone's done that. I've noticed that in all the news articles, they all seem to say the same sort of things. It's reeling off the 2 times World Cup winner, obviously the breakout performance in the 2003 World Cup against Pakistan in the final and everything. But someone like Roy, I think you just don't. Stats just definitely don't do anything. Because it's not about that with him.
It's really not. No, it's not something you can really quantify.
No,
at all. It's just that they've lost another cricketing great.
Yeah.
I mean, you I've got nothing. Like we've been trying to think about what to say about it for a little while. And it's just it's still.
I honestly thought we'd have like more. I felt like because this happened a few days ago, I thought it still feels like it just happened today. That's how raw it still feels like. It's like usually when something like this happens, you're like, I don't want to talk about it straight away. I need a bit of time to process and everything, give it a few days, and then you can sort of make a proper statement. You can say things. It still feels like it's just today.
Yeah.
That's how weird it is. But
what's your favourite Andrew Symonds moment?
He I can't narrow it down to a moment. I can't.
I mean, there's so many that you've got. Obviously, the hip and shoulder of the streaker at the Gabba. You've got when he got caught off Michael Clark's bat.
Yeah,
remember that? And he wasn't angry, he wasn't pissed. He just walked off. And went, "Oh, you owe me a beer, mate." It just goes back to the whole. You can't really quantify this stuff about it.
No, you can't. And it's just like each of those moments is just like, who else? Who else? That's the first thing that comes up. It's like no one else is doing that. No one else is in that moment being that guy. For me, I can't narrow it down to a single moment, but I loved the tag team that was Andrew Symonds and Michael Clark in the field. I think Andrew Symonds is by far the greatest fielder of all time. Just my opinion, but
it's a great shout. It's a great shout.
And I think just memories of them working together, like Roy absolutely bolting, sliding, flicking it back to Pup, and then Pup with a cannon arm chucking it in. I love the fact that he would alternate between off spin and medium pace. He just felt like it. Oh yeah, I'll do it. Okay.
A bit of you about that. You've done that in school cricket before, and with the Pearls.
Yeah, I just love that. So I can't give you a particular moment, but I can just that's some of the stuff that I absolutely loved about the man.
No, that's a great answer.
Have you got a moment?
I do have a moment.
You do?
I do have a moment, and this is where it gets a bit eerie.
Yeah,
because we mentioned it on the pod last week, didn't we?
We did.
So I'm gonna what I did last week. Obviously, I got YouTube up for a little something on the show last week. If you haven't seen that, please go and check it out. I'm gonna do it again. I've got it preloaded this time, so I'm a little more prepared. I'm just going to play this because it's just, honestly, it never fails to make me smile. All right, here we go.
Symonds. It's 2 for 200.
This is the, oh, you fucking bastard.
Do we context? Did we?
So he was bowling to, I don't know who he was bowling to against Sri Lanka, and they've played an on drive back down past him. I don't want to vote Greens. Stop it. I don't want to talk politics.
We're not. We got nothing. We're just not political.
Actually, ideally, I don't. Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was bowling to, I don't know who the batsman was. He's played it on drive, and he's gone through the non-striker basically to try and stop the ball, and made contact with him and caused a bit of pain. And he's yelled out, "Oh, you fucking bastard!" That's something that we've kind of started saying, isn't it?
We have. As of late.
Yeah.
And that's what's so eerie about it as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think we're, in honour of the great man, we're going to kind of keep that around, make that a bit of a thing. Oh, you fucking bastard.
You got to, I think.
More of a thing than what it is.
It's so iconic. It's like it feels weird doing it, knowing that it's not the same, but it's something you got to keep doing.
It's also weird as well, like, going back to the Eerie part of it. We start, like, in the lead up to Warnie's death, we would say fuck you, Marlon, you're going to grab some more people. We say that all the time.
It is, now that you say it,
it's fucking weird.
It's like creepy.
Yeah, no,
it's like we preemptively, like we just, and these are things that happened years ago. These aren't recent things. These things happened years ago. We forgot about them, remembered them, and then just started joking around with them.
And we say them. It's no disrespect to their memory. I think it's our weird way of honouring their memory. I think.
I think so,
because it goes back to the testament of both of them as cricketers. I mean, they play their own way, and they've never really shied away from who they are as people, and they go about it. They always went about it the way they
Warnie, mate,
the way they wanted to.
I feel like. We need to talk about Warnie, don't we?
We do. So just hold your horses there.
Yeah.
I'll just give it a bit of an intro into it. So obviously, Andrew Symonds and Shane Warne were the most entertaining cricketers of all time, or Aussie sports in general.
Yeah, arguably, yeah.
In honour of Andrew Symonds and delayed Shane Warne, we're going to go through some footy players, some cricketers, some athletes that in general are just born entertainers. So, as you've mentioned, we should talk about Warnie properly.
Yeah.
So he's the first one on the list. He's the first born entertainer after Symonds that we're gonna mention. So even if we just cast aside his ridiculous, incredible, outrageous ability,
skill,
like no one could turn the ball as much as Warnie, ever, and I don't think anyone will really come close to it.
Yeah.
There's just something about him. There was something about him that you couldn't put your finger on. Like he made cricket cool.
Yeah.
Like it's always been enjoyable for the fans, and there's always like a following, but I guess there was never really too much of a cool guy association with it. I mean, you've obviously got the West Indies of the 70s and the 80s and that.
Yes.
But I guess Australia never really had that guy until Warnie.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, you've got him. Who else in the Australian dressing room would bloody dance with a stump over his head? You know, you got
only Warnie.
The beers, the darts, I guess, which was all the rage at the time.
Yeah.
I suppose he was one of the last ones to go with that.
Yeah.
And then if you're an Aussie cricketer and the likes of Michael Jordan paying tribute and acknowledging your contribution to sport, you've done something right.
Yeah. If MJ is like giving you props
as a cricketer.
Yeah, it's fair to say you're one of the most entertaining cricketers of all time, if that's the case.
So yeah, rest in peace to both of them. I think that goes without saying.
Yes, I'll keep going with our born entertainers.
Born entertainers, yes.
We are we are in the middle of footy season, so it would be weird if we just went through cricketers, right?
It would be.
It would be. Buddy Franklin, Lance Buddy Franklin, born entertainer. I'd say.
I'd say so.
I think we learnt everything about this man. Everything we needed to know when he kicked his 1,000th goal. Just the excitement, the energy. When he kicked the 100 goals in the season, and again when he kicked his 1,000th goal, the crowd storming the field in an era when that is not normal at all.
Mm-mm.
This man is incredible. To have that ability to draw that many people is, again, taking away from the actual skill, same as we did with Warne. It's a separate sort of thing, right? Just to have that persona, this larger than life sort of, it's hard to put into words, but this aura, I guess.
Yeah, it's his presence.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's this swagger, and it's something that you've just not been able to take your eye off, and it's been like that for his whole career.
Exactly.
Nah, good one. I got another one for you because it is footy season, and we're still going. It's footy season. We haven't quit yet. So, pat on the back. We haven't given ourselves one of those for a while.
Yeah, true.
Brendan Favola.
Fev.
I'd say he's a born entertainer.
Yep.
Sorry, I think I just burped into the mic. I do apologise. I'd say other than Buddy, and I wouldn't even say Buddy really fits the criteria here. One of the last old school full forwards. Just kicked bags for fun.
Yeah.
And was never really anything but himself.
Yeah.
Which was sometimes to his own detriment. We all remember the famous Brownlow night, the pressure point.
Pressure point. Yeah.
Which obviously made for some entertaining viewing, but I mean, it fits the entertaining criteria that we're talking about. I mean, you couldn't take your eyes off it.
It is entertaining.
You can interpret that any way you like. And obviously, since footy on radio, is he still on radio?
I think so.
I think, yeah.
Same as Brownie, but I think, yeah.
Yeah, and that obviously requires a personality, so entertaining. I mean,
absolutely.
Another one that you just, couldn't take your eyes off.
Yep.
On the field, and he's doing pretty well off.
Doing pretty well off the field as well. Have we mentioned the name Eddie Betts before on this show? I'm not sure if we have or not.
You can tell footy season's back if we're talking about Eddie Betts, can't you?
It would be remiss if we didn't include Betsy in our born entertainers group. We don't want to go into too much depth because we've already talked about him so much.
Like 6 times at least.
But this man is incredible. Eddie's pocket. Even just the little after he kicked a goal each time, and then he'd stare at the crowd and he'd be like, just a nod, That's it. That's it. That's all you need to do, and you're already a born entertainer, just like that. The swagger, the persona, right?
Even just a smile. He's just got this magnetic personality.
Infectious.
Because he's down at Geelong doing some part-time coaching down there.
He?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and you can just tell that he just loves life.
Yeah.
He loves life. And it's just always been so entertaining to watch. He said, we've spoken the goals of the year from almost out of bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, born entertainer. I've got another one for you. I'm going to move away from the full forward.
Yeah.
I'm going to move away from the fine leg.
And we're going to
power forward, I guess.
Ooh, nice.
Well, we're at point guard technically.
Yeah.
Steph Curry.
Nice.
Steph Curry. This man changed the game of basketball. There's never been anyone like him in the history of the game.
You reckon?
The best shooter of all time. The most three-pointers ever.
Yeah.
And I don't reckon that'll be top for some time.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it might be top because he's changed the way that basketball's played forever.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It's like he's the first of that potentially new era, right?
Yep. Yep, and you know the likes of Luka Doncic and Trae Young, they're already, I guess, way ahead of some of the previous greats in terms of 3 points. I know it's obviously one part of the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, some of the things that he does on the court, you just never been seen before.
Yeah,
and there's a reason that the Warriors have A, been up for so long, but B, always sell out.
Yeah,
Their crowd always at max capacity at Oracle Arena and now Chase Center or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And being a Bulls fan, not really having too much opportunity to watch the Bulls play over here.
Yeah.
Haven't really ever splurged on the NBA League Pass.
Yeah.
But more often than not, when there's a game on, it will be the Warriors, and they're just so good to watch. And Curry is a massive part of that.
He's a big part of that. Not just the shooting, as you said, but the fancy footwork, the crossovers, the flashy passing, all of it in the one guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you've got this, you got the championships, you got the MVPs, but no, you can't stop watching him.
Absolutely. Born entertainer.
Yeah.
Sticking with basketball.
All right. Okay. Good idea.
But going back a little.
Nice. Yeah.
AI. The answer. Allen Iverson.
We have spoken swagger tonight.
We have, absolutely, and you can't say the word swagger in a basketball context and not bring up Allen Iverson. He changed the game in terms of just style.
Yeah.
Right?
Literally.
I'm pretty sure he actually changed, so that the NBA changed the rules in terms of what players could wear and this and that, right?
Yeah, the dress code. Yeah,
dress code.
Yeah. I don't know if it was the bling or whatever, but I don't know.
This man was sensational. The speed, the power, but just the wow factor. As opposed to the stats. Again, obviously, he didn't win any rings. Arguably the best player to never win a ring, and this and that. But just sometimes the entertainment can just be individual moments of brilliance, like a killer crossover, breaking someone's ankles, and then stepping over them. Like that is some of the most entertaining stuff that you can even think of.
That's something that's just going to haunt Ty Lue forever. It's just a following for the rest of his days.
But yeah, this man is a born entertainer.
He is. No, I'll pay that. That's good. What did you think of basketball all by yourself there? It's good. No. You got another one, or it seems I took it to basketball, then you followed suit.
I did.
You got another one up your sleeve?
I do, but this one's a bit. How do I put it? I wouldn't put him in the same vein as the other ones that we've mentioned.
Okay. Right? The good thing about the show is when we run with something, we interpret it in so many different ways. So you tell me that's what you've done here.
That's exactly what I've done here.
Okay.
Stay with me on this.
All right.
Roger Federer is a born entertainer.
I have an entertaining fact about Roger Federer.
Go on.
50% of his name is
Wait, really?
Yeah. Roger Federer.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's ER. 50% of his name is ER.
Wow. That's Did you think of that yourself, or did you read that somewhere?
I remember seeing it. I can't remember what app it was on.
I was going to say, if you thought that yourself, that's
No. It would have been like 9 years ago.
Yeah, fuck.
But yeah, I bet you didn't think you were going to learn that on this show.
Exactly. You never know what you're going to learn. Or unlearn, I guess. We're sort of, I feel like we're...
Anyway, Roger Federer.
Yeah, sorry. Roger Federer is a born entertainer, I reckon, because he might not have the exact same swagger, I think, as someone as as an AI or the like. But I think entertainment can sometimes just be just a feel thing. Like if you went to the Australian Open, say next year, right? Go to Melbourne Park and you took a random sample of everyone and you asked them, who they'd most like to see. I guarantee you the top person that they'd sit that would be there would be Roger Federer.
Wouldn't be Novak anymore, would it? Probably not.
Yeah, probably.
Stop getting political.
But this man is like so popular, just worldwide. It's incredible. Like he's, I'd say, quite textbook in the way he plays the game of tennis.
He's classy.
He's classy.
Arguably the GOAT.
But it's just, there's something different about being a born entertainer, though, that separates him. I think it's. I'm trying to think about what it is that makes him so entertaining.
Well, to me, he's always seemed approachable. He seemed friendly. Like he's quite easygoing in these interviews on the court after the matches. And I think that's just kind of like he's always up for a laugh when with those kind of questions after the game. And I think if we're able to competing at the highest level with tennis and then you're able to kind of crack wires afterwards, obviously after a win. Yeah. But I mean, I guess those kind of personalities we don't really see enough.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think it's probably, especially in the sport of tennis as well, it's like those post-game interviews are always like you're expected to say something funny. It's like it's a real test of your personality compared to most other sports. I think you can't get away with just being like, "Oh yeah, had a good one today." You got to say something that's somewhat funny.
And I would say that Federer was one of the first
to do that. Yeah. Change the game.
Changed the game. Wait, did we done an episode on that?
I don't know. Change the game.
Yeah.
Game changes.
I'm going to write it in my episode idea notes.
Nice.
And just to round out. Run it back before we get into get forward. As the listeners would know, every now and then we do honourable mentions.
Yes,
because we've mentioned a few people tonight, and obviously we can't squeeze everyone in with the depth we'd like to. So I quickly got some honourable mentions for you, if that's all right.
Yep.
Jason Ackermanis.
Oof, handstands.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of too. Stevie J.
Yeah,
obviously a bit of Geelong bias there mentioning that, but there was not really any tricks that weren't in his bag.
In his bag, yeah.
You could do everything. You never knew where he was going to kick it. Like you'd be facing forward 50. All of a sudden, he'd find a free man on the other side and he'd kick it across his body. Like, how the fuck have you done that?
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, his personality's as big as he is.
Yeah.
And he is enormous.
He is. Even now on, Inside the NBA as well. It's like, you maintain that level of entertainment.
Yeah. Usain Bolt. We mentioned swagger and all that. I mean, always entertaining. I mean, no one really. I can't think of too many sprinters before Usain Bolt.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Not too many. I don't know.
Change the game.
And then the late Diego Maradona. Very entertaining on field. There was a bit of stuff off field that wasn't so great, but ever so entertaining. There we go. Reach out, let us know.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. Who is the most entertaining athlete, whether it be AFL player, whether it be cricketer, whether it be anything else?
Yeah.
The most entertaining athlete you've ever seen. But now it's time to get forward. And I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we're making all this about entertainers and entertainment and entertaining.
Yep.
So I have a question. What is the most entertaining comment you've read for a while?
Without going into some of our group chats, because I don't want to go too deep into the group chats.
Oh God. Sorry, I just got what you meant.
It'd have to be your nan, I reckon.
Oh.
Was that last week or the week before? Was it?
What? It was last night.
The comment?
The comment was last night.
Really?
Yeah, I changed my profile picture last night.
What is time?
Yeah. What did you? What last week?
That's fucked.
Yeah. So I changed it last night.
Yeah.
Obviously, first profile picture since I shaved my head.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's your comment. You can. You want to read out what she put?
She was like, "Luke, what have you done?
Yeah.
What have you done, my
own
friend?
Grandmother.
Yeah.
But that's all right. She softened the blow with 3 kisses at the end.
Aww.
Luke, what have you done? So I put it in the family group chat right away. And I was like...
Can I roast about?
I was like, what the fuck do you mean? I've gone bold. What do you want from me, man? What do you want from me? And so it's my mum's mum.
Yeah.
So I've asked her, like, can I roast her back? And she's gone, no. So I was sitting there for ages going... How the fuck can I be a smartass without being a smartass? Like, I want to be a cunt without being a cunt.
You want to be a cunt?
Not be a cunt, but just kind of be a bit cheeky.
Like, say something funny,
but not be rude.
That she wouldn't take offence to. Yeah.
Obviously, she's got a good sense of humour because she's commented that in the first place.
Yeah.
So I just replied with clearly inherited the wrong genes. I can't help it. Like,
point fingers. Yeah.
Someone else's fault, not mine.
Yeah.
But no, that's a good answer. It's a very entertaining comment. I had forgotten about that, believe it or not. Yeah.
Have you got what's yours? What's the most entertaining comment that you've seen, mate?
I do have a good one for you. I've got a very good one for you. Now I have I've deleted this comment and I blocked this individual because it's the second time it's happened.
My goodness.
I mentioned we got our first hate comment.
Mate, hate it's growing.
It is. I mean, mate, we're reaching new limits. So it was on a reel that was, I think, 2 or 3 weeks old. So he'd found it like a little ways down the track.
Deep dive. Okay.
And it was something like, mate, your head is absolutely munted. I hope you got your mum something nice for Mother's Day, having had to have pushed that head out. Even your chin as well. Now, I know that
What's up with your chin?
This is the thing. See, I knew my head was always like a bit, how you going? I knew it was, larger than most. I feel like I have grown into it. Like, I'm a tall man.
Yeah.
I've grown into it. Like there's a bit going on, and obviously it's on the way down a bit since I shaved it.
Yeah.
The chin was a new one.
I've
never had a thing about my chin before.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Is he talking about the facial hair? No, it's just the chin.
Yeah, I mean the facial hair isn't great either.
No, it's not bad.
But, I mean,
it's not.
It's the chin.
Yeah.
The chin was a new one. So I guess my question is, pick a question out to get forward.
Yeah.
My question is, what was something that you realised about yourself thanks to somebody else?
Yeah, right.
Isn't it? There's like an episode of How I Met Your Mother where like the glass shatters and they suddenly realise, oh my God, like Marshall and Lily, like Marshall never realised that how loud of a chewer Lily was.
Right.
And like as soon as like Ted pointed it out, it was like a glass like broke. He's like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Like subconsciously thought about it but never put it into words or like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I guess that's probably not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go, my chin.
Wow.
But yeah, let us know if you've ever realised anything about yourself thanks to someone else.
You haven't you've been all right? You haven't lost have you taken that, mate? You haven't lost any sleep over it?
No, look, it stung a bit when it came through.
Yeah.
But then, the more I think about it, the funnier it is.
Yeah.
Because this guy's like 16 years old.
Yeah, I think that
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That makes all the difference, I think.
It's so funny as well because like, and this is something that I've kind of tried to live by for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not hard to not be a cunt. This guy's got out of his way.
Yeah.
To comment on something he's got like no idea about.
Yeah.
No idea who we are as people.
Yeah.
And he's got out of his way to be a cunt.
Yeah.
Like, it's not hard to scroll past. It's not hard to not comment anything. It's not hard to not be a cunt.
I wonder if he thinks he's being funny. Like, I appreciate, like, ripping into someone and banter if it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I wonder.
Yeah. But, no, I feel like lots of people can relate to that, actually.
Yeah.
Not him, but it's not hard to not be a cunt.
It's not hard to not. We might make that a thing moving forward.
Yeah.
We'll do like it's not hard to not be a cunt of the week. I don't know. We might not do it every week.
Yeah. I like it though. I like where this is going.
That should be one of our mantras, I think, moving forward.
Yes.
I think that might be one that sticks around for a bit.
Yes. Callbacks.
It's not hard to not be a cunt.
Switch on.
So, switching on. Today's going to be a bit different. No questions.
Yeah.
No questions. I don't have any questions for you. You don't have any questions for me. But in honor of the great man, Andrew Symonds, Roy, I mentioned that he's arguably the greatest fielder of all time. I think he is, in my opinion. Who do you think is, on his level? I want you to, maybe we can workshop together the greatest fielders of all time that we think.
I mean, you've already declared Symonds is the best.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. No, that wasn't a dig. That wasn't a dig. I was genuinely starting some discussion. Best fielder of all time. I really should have done some thought. I mean, Michael Clark's pretty good in my eyes.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's always got a rocket arm.
Yeah.
And obviously he's someone that you mentioned along with Symonds. I don't know.
I know Jonty Rhodes gets brought up a lot.
Jonty Rhodes, yeah, he does.
In discussions. It's funny, Jonty Rhodes himself was asked who he thought the greatest fielder of all time was, and he said Andrew Symonds is about 10 times better than I am, which is obviously probably just him being humble. But then he went on to justify why he said it. He was like, he's taller than me, he's bigger than me, he's stronger than me, and he can do this. And it's like, damn, high praise coming from Jonty Rhodes.
And he was a freak in the field.
He was incredible.
Trying to think. Maybe, I know he kept a bit as well, but AB de Villiers?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep.
AB de Villiers. Maybe Jadeja, was he all right?
He's good.
He's a pretty good fielder.
He's good. Very good.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that too much. I feel like Brendan McCullum's a pretty handy fielder as well.
He's quick.
Yeah.
He's quick. And some of those chase down, and he also, a keeper as well.
Yeah.
But incredibly dynamic in the field when he needed to be as well. Some of those, the chases down to the boundary, full on diving, bringing the ball back, nuts. Yeah, it's crazy though, right? So now that I think about it, you got Brendan McCullum, you think you said Jadeja, de Villiers,
Clark as well.
Symonds, all elite fielders, right? But also all incredibly dynamic batters at the same time.
Yeah.
Explosive. That's what you think of. They're entertaining when it comes to the way they bat as well. Right?
True, yeah.
It's I don't know, it's just clicked. I don't, it's not like a correlation. It's not like everyone that's great at fielding is also incredible at batting or whatever. But it's just interesting that all those people that we've listed.
I mean, you don't really think of big, tall, fast bowlers as being great in the field, do you?
Yeah, I guess so.
They're all lofty and clumsy.
Yeah.
Not
clumsy.
Playing on a couple of cliches there, maybe, but
Pollard, Karen Pollard as well. He's incredible fielder, but also super dynamic and explosive with the bat as well. It's just the list of names just keeps growing of this group that happen to be incredible at fielding and very explosive with the bat.
So why do you think that is? I know you said there's probably not a correlation, but it sounds like there might actually be a bit of a correlation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's because, when you think of fielding, there's so many different components of it. being strong and having a rocket arm doesn't mean that you've got a good set of hands and that you can catch. There is not really a big link between them, right? Also doesn't mean that you're fast. So there's so many different areas within what we know as fielding, or even just a sense of awareness of, oh, this person is pretty slow at running between the wickets. I should aim for this end and know when to throw and where that stuff. That's another level to fielding as well. There's so many different components of it. So it's just interesting that these guys that are all amazing at batting happen to be amazing fielders, even though you can't just directly be like, oh, they're big, they're powerful, they're strong. That makes them all good fielders. It's not like that, you know?
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's like fielding as well. It's like, it's such an, I guess, well, not at the international level, but I guess the level we play.
Yeah.
It's not really something that's considered, like, out of the two elements of cricket, being the third one, like it's something that's quite under the radar.
Yeah.
There is a correlation there. There's got to be. Like, there's too many names there we've gone through that.
It's like we're doing an experiment scientifically. You just got more and more data. It's like, this has got to be something here.
I mean, like, if you try to think, I'm trying to think of more current players. I mean, Steve Smith. Yeah. He's a pretty handy fielder.
Yeah.
And one of the best bats in the world. I don't know if he's still number one.
Yeah.
Probably. Is he? No, I don't think he is. He's up there.
Ponting was an incredible, like, good set of hands.
Yeah, great set of hands.
Very aware. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll keep thinking about this because there has to be some sort of reason, I think, behind this link. We've listed off too many examples for it not to be a thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I guess that's one for you, the listeners. Maybe have a think about why that might be the case, other than what we've listed off.
I feel like we're giving homework. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. And your essays are due in the comment section.
YouTube comments as well?
YouTube only. I'm not posting this as a real. Only the YouTube
it's
comments.
riveting stuff.
But I hope you've enjoyed Switch On. I remember when we introduced Switch On as a segment way back in episode, I guess it would have been 8.
Yeah.
We mentioned that it was going to be just any kind of way of getting engaged and really, I guess, thinking. We mentioned that we do trivia. We mentioned we do like top 5s, top 10s, or like just critical thinking questions or anything like that.
Yeah.
And discussions. We've never really kind of done like a discussion one before.
Yeah.
So I guess let us know. A, make sure you do your homework. But then B, like, let us know if this is kind of more the vibe.
Yeah.
Because we'll keep mixing it up, but we'll keep doing slightly different versions of Switch On.
Yeah.
Because I think we kind of, not the fault of anyone, and it's not that it's a bad thing, but kind of just got in the groove of
default trivia, ask you, what are your questions for the week sort of thing. Yeah.
So, we'll keep them around. We'll switch it up.
Switch up, switch on.
Yeah, there you go. But in the meantime, it's time for My Mate's Multi.
Money! Money!
Alrighty, time for My Mate's Multi. So, my legs from last week. Leg 1, I said AFL teams with distinct Vs on their jerseys will win their games this round.
Okay, so Melbourne won.
Melbourne won. Sydney won.
Port won.
Port won. Freo lost.
So you got the tip right. You
Yep.
tipped Gold Coast.
Yep.
Then you also said Freo would win.
Yeah, my mind contradicts itself sometimes.
So that's a no?
That's a no.
Okay.
Leg 2. My flight to Sydney will be delayed by at least 20 minutes. No, it's on time. The flight back was.
The flight back was delayed, was
The
it?
flight back was delayed by about 45, I think, yeah.
Fuck. So the old mate had an extra 45 minutes to get the window seat and he just never rocked up.
This is correct.
Ah,
Yes, this is correct.
bloody hell, be better.
Be better. Leg 3. Someone at work will make a joke about how bad I'm going in the tipping comp. Nope. No one said anything.
There's nothing to joke about because you got Gold Coast right.
I'm sad that I didn't bring it up. Like that's one of those ones. It's like it's a leg, but like I can influence that. I can like start talking about footy tipping and stuff at work if I wanted to. I just forgot to do it.
I've told you many times. Pick legs that are in your control.
So that's none from 3.
None for.
Back to none fors, I think.
Back to none fors. Nah, hopefully not for too long, mate. Hopefully not for too long. All right, I'll go through mine from last week. I said that North, as we might remember, kind of went at North a bit last week.
You did, didn't you? You've pegged it back.
I've pegged it back.
Yeah.
So far. So I said North will lose by 11 or more goals on the weekend, and then in brackets I put "fuck you, North."
You did put that in brackets.
And that got up.
He did get up.
They lost by 69. Nice. Leg 2. I said that Tom Lynch will kick 3 goals 3 against the Hawks.
Yeah.
And I remember you said to me, you're like, that's bold. That's very specific.
It is very specific and bold, yeah.
And stupid. It didn't get up.
It didn't, did it?
No, I think he kicked 4 and a bit.
Yeah.
4-2 or 4-1 or something.
3-3.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I mean, I respect it.
Just trying to create something.
Yeah.
And then leg 3, I said that Brayshaw would have more than 131 Supercoach points against the Suns. That didn't get up either because Freo lost.
That's right.
Freo lost. He had like 80 odd.
Wow.
So, yeah, that didn't get up either.
So
1 from 3.
Just North. You can always rely on North, mate.
Regularly scheduled programming from my end?
Yep.
1 for 3.
1 from 3.
What do you got this week?
I have got leg 1. Someone will drop at least 50 points in a playoff game within the next week.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
It'd go off, wouldn't it? Yeah. I think it's a possibility. I wouldn't call it a safe leg, but I think there's guys there that have got the caliber to do that.
Steph, Luka, Jason Tatum, or Jimmy Butler.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. One of those 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Leg 2. I will spend less than 15 minutes waiting in line to vote this weekend. That's a manifesting one. I'm hoping.
You're hoping.
I'm hoping.
So you're not like going to get up early or anything? Or?
True. That could change the. If I do get up early, that could.
Legs in your hands, mate.
Could influence this leg. Do I get up early though?
We'll see.
We'll see. Leg 3. 4th place, the Chefs, who we gave a shout out to last week.
Who killed it at Homegrown.
Homegrown with
allegedly
with Bliss and Esso and Horror Show and Draft. How fucked is that? That's insane.
All right. They had to go at you for sucking them off on the episode last week, so just move on.
True. My leg 3. 4th place to play door-to-door at the show that they're headlining this week.
They are headlining this week. Where is it?
Richmond.
It's in my calendar.
It's in Richmond.
There you go. Just go to every venue in Richmond. The Leadbeater Hotel.
The Leadbeater Hotel.
That's what it says on my calendar. I don't know if that's 100% right.
And they're going to play door-to-door, I think.
Well, that's a leg that's in their control.
That's right. And I'm manifesting it because I really want them to play door-to-door.
Listen to the man, boys. Listen to the man. Alrighty.
Your legs.
My legs for this week. So, as we said, I'm not going against North this week. I haven't got at him.
Yep.
Leg 1. Melbourne will embarrass themselves this weekend.
Wow.
Their margin will be less than 45 against North. Fuck you, North.
Yeah, okay. Should have seen that coming.
You went through a roller coaster.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I thought it was just Melbourne are going to embarrass themselves this weekend, and then just keep it as a vague statement. So even if they did, then you could just be like, "Oh, that in this particular play here, they that was pretty embarrassing."
You've been pretty salty with him before with some questionable legs. I think even I think that's pushing it a bit.
45 points. Okay. Yep.
Less than 45 points. Leg 2. I will be hungover when I vote this weekend.
Nice. I can see that happening.
I can see that happening too. Again, a leg that is within my control. And then leg 3, Lukey Parker a lot has been said of him this past week and just under a week.
What's been said? I've been living under a rock.
He was like mocking Dylan Shield.
Oh, really?
I'll tell you about it off air. We haven't got time. We assume that everyone knows what we're talking about here. But yeah, bit of controversy, and I reckon he will give away a 50-metre penalty this week.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how that happens, and yeah, I'll tell you about that real soon.
So that is going to be it for another week. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've switched up a few things here and there. We're always keen to try a few things out, I think. We're ever evolving.
Yeah, we're all about that here. All about that.
Absolutely.
Red Hot Crack. If we're not trying something, what's the point?
What's the point? Mate, next week and the week after, rounds 10 and 11 are Sir Doug Nicholls' round. So very keen. This is, as you know, my favourite round of the year. Love it. So absolutely excited, thrilled, over the moon for it. It's going to be insane. Have you seen? Have we mentioned the jerseys yet?
I don't know if we mentioned it on the show, but we definitely shared on the Insta story Melbourne's.
Yeah,
because their Indigenous jersey, the Guernsey, with the long sleeve.
The long sleeve,
best one I've ever seen.
It is very good. It is insane.
And that's just, I guess that's one of the many fantastic parts about Sir Doug Nicholls' round. So, I'm keen for that as well. Should be good. Celebrate a lot of legends of the game.
Absolutely. Until then, keep kicking goals.